I haven't filmed in 9 days for the Flippin' and Punching channel because we had a family emergency. We had some stuff happen. Welcome to Flippin' and Punching, and today is Saturday, November 25th. And guys, I haven't filmed a video for this channel in the last 9 days. We had a lot going on in our life, and we're gonna dig into that here in a little bit, but we're gonna talk about Black Friday, kind of what's going on Black Friday. I'm actually doing this video today to pull orders because we've had a bunch of sales in our eBay store. Also too, man, I haven't filmed this past week because two different reasons. One is we kind of had a family emergency. My wife had to go to the hospital. She's okay. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. And also, I had the Death Pile Picker and Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker, come stay with me for a couple days. So we'll talk a little about that too later on in this video. But let's pull some orders here because we got a lot of orders to pull. All right, so first item we sold, we actually sold about 2 days ago. I haven't shipped it out yet, but I'm gonna ship it out today. I've already pulled it earlier, but we actually sold these vintage roller skates. Now, one thing to keep in mind is look at the wheels on these things. These are wooden wheels. The wooden wheels are definitely older and they definitely bring a premium. We've had these sitting in our store for a long time. I mean, as you can see, they're ripped. They're not something you can actually wear. What makes these special is the wooden wheels. A lot of people will buy these, either take the wheels off or actually buy them and put them in like display in their background or a restaurant or store or something along those lines. We had them sitting up for a long time in the store. I think I paid $2 for them, and we ended up discounting them down. We got $14.99 plus shipping. I'm just happy to see them go to a good home. Stuff like that, I just can't leave behind. It's just too cool. I mean, I remember going to roller skate rinks when I was a kid for school events and other things, and you know, I don't know, you just don't see roller skates that often anymore. So next time we sold a video game for a PS2. We sold ESPN 2K5. We got about $1 into this, I think. We got $11.99 plus shipping. Guys, a lot of you think that sports games are worthless, especially the old ones, and you are right, most of them are. But this one right here gets $10 every single, 10 to 15 bucks every single time. I have sold about a dozen of these over the years, but ESPN 2K5 is a big fan favorite, and people will buy this and play that. Also, too, look out for the NCAA 2013 and 2014 for PS3 or Xbox 360. That game brings a premium. The reason for that is the very last year the NCAA made a football game was in 2014, before some of the players got together and sued them for using their likeness without getting paid. So they haven't made a game in over a decade. So the 2014 brings a premium anywhere from like 75 to like $100. And 2013 also brings a premium. You probably get like 20, 25 bucks for that. I used to sell those all the time. A lot of people in the resale community actually know about those now. So especially the 2014 version. I just listed a bunch of video games. Video games are super hot in the fourth quarter because a lot of people want retro video games and they make great Christmas presents. So there's always an upswing in toys and video games during the fourth quarter. So we sold this one right here. This is Saw for the Xbox 360. This game right here, Saw, there's a Saw 1 and a Saw 2. For either Xbox 360 or PS3, this game brings a premium. So if you guys do find it, even lose this, pick it up. We had it listed for $49.99. We sent out an offer for $46.99 because we just listed it and it sold right away. So quick flip, quick turnaround. I paid about $2 for that and a massive video game pickup. All right, so I talked about the reason why I haven't been filming for the past week or so. Last week, my wife was getting some stomach pain at work and she ended up leaving work and going to the hospital, and she had I guess like an infection. So they kept her, that was like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then she left the hospital on Monday. So she was in the hospital for like 4 days. She's fine now. Everything is good. She's feeling a lot better. But it was scary because we didn't know what the heck was going on. You know, the good thing is my wife is okay. She's fine. And she's able to help me a little bit this week, which made such a difference in the business. All right, so next time we sold these Swarovski Christmas ornaments. Now, if you guys saw my picking video, I picked up 3 of these. They're snowflakes at a garage sale for 3 for $5, which is such a crazy deal. And I didn't know how valuable they were. I thought maybe I get 25 bucks a piece for these. We listed we listed 2 of them for $59.99, and we listed one of them for $64.99. And on Black Friday, I ran a 20% discount off of my majority of my store. So, and these were going for like 50, 55 bucks a time. So I ran a 20% discount on my eBay store. 2 of these sold for $47.99 each. And then the other one, which I had listed for $64.99, sold for $51.99. So literally sold all 3 the same day at an average sales price of probably almost about 50 bucks a pop. So turning 5 into 150 is great. I'm super happy. So yeah, we sold all 3 of these. I'll post them up here. They were all from 2000, was it 2005, 2006, and 2008? Should have asked her if she had 2007 now. I don't think I had 2007 there, unless she didn't get one there. But knowing what I know now, I'm going to keep an eye out for these everywhere I go. Literally, as I'm filming this, my phone just went off and we just made another sale. We sold Super Mario for the Game Boy, Super Mario Land for Game Boy. That's what we sold. We ended up selling it for $19.99 plus shipping. This was definitely sold in Amazon drop shipper. You can always tell by that, because when they'll send you a message in the notes saying that please do not include an invoice with this item. What they do is they list the item for sale on Amazon. When someone buys it, they go on eBay to buy it for cheaper and drop ship it to the customer at that time. Now you're asking me, why don't I just sell this on Amazon and get a higher price? Well, I used to sell on Amazon, but I'm actually not approved to sell Nintendo products on Amazon. So unfortunately, I can't do that. But at the same point in time, I got $19.99 plus shipping, and I think I got like $5 into this. So anytime I get first party games, I'll definitely pay out for them because they do bring a premium and they do sell fast. So for the guys that don't know, the Thundercats toys from the 80s actually do sell a lot better than the new releases. These ones from 2011 just don't hold up the way that you hoping they would. Because when you see this thing looks awesome. Absolutely cool. You thought that this would bring more than about 25 bucks, but unfortunately it doesn't. I'm glad to see it go because this takes up a lot of space. Right now, I'm all about, as you guys know, CSO, clear shit out. I'm trying to move a bunch of stuff, and we haven't been able really to do that, but I'm okay. I'm glad we got that gone. In the last video, I don't know if it's gonna be in this video or the last video, but we actually did clear out a bunch of stuff. We took a bunch of stuff to the auction house, and we are waiting to hear back the results from that. I took it last week. I think I dropped it off last Thursday. That was the last time we filmed. And then the auction was this past Wednesday. I wasn't able to get there, so I'm very eager. They usually send out the check on Thursday, and you usually get it on Friday. Unfortunately, because of the holiday weekend, I'm not sure if they're even in the office on Friday, so I may probably get it beginning of next week. But I actually brought all my blow molds for my storage unit. I wanted to get rid of them there to free up some space, and that freed up a lot of space. That was the entire back of my truck was filled up there, which is great. Also, too, I don't know if I posted this in the last video or not. No, you know, I didn't post this up. We had another sale in Bonanza. I know, after all that stuff, after all the PayPal crap that went on and stuff like that, we had another sale in Bonanza, and I ended up shipping it out. We ended up buying it at a local yard sale with my wife for 35 bucks, and we sold it for 120. I'll put a picture here up on the screen so you guys can see that. So we actually sold that. We shipped it out. That was a big box. That took up some space there. And then we also bought an air fryer there, and we actually sold that. I'll talk about it later in the video when I go pick it up and bring it to the house here. But yeah, so we're actually really starting to move stuff. And I did some whatnots over the weekend with my wife. She really enjoyed the process. She really liked the whatnot, so it's cool. So that's definitely a big positive going forward. She's going to plan on helping me some more. All right, so next item we sold a WWE DVD. It's over here in A5. All right, so it's right here. Fatal 4-way. We didn't get much of this. With 20% discount, we got like $3.99, maybe $3.19. I think we had it listed for like $4 on eBay. We had a massive buy DVDs a while back, and I just listed all the DVDs individually on eBay, which kind of now I regret. I wish I just put the cheaper ones like this one in lots, but you live and you learn. Not moving forward, I'm not going to be putting these cheap ones on there, but I will have a lower tier of DVDs I put in my store at a certain price point, maybe like $8 and up,
because it's literally just two pictures, front and back, scan the barcode, and you can just quick list it. So I love that, and they don't take up much room. And I'm a big fan of media. I pick up media all the time at garage sales, especially at the end of the day. But I think we got like maybe 10 cents, 20 cents in that DVD, and we got $3.19 plus shipping. All right, so next time we sold a lot of comic books. This was Luke Cage Power Man comic books. There's a lot of 5. Like number 32, 56, just a bunch of filler. Nothing really, like no keys or anything like that. But when you have comic books that are in good condition, they're from the Bronze Age, people will buy them to complete their sets. So don't discount those out. I like to put those in runs of the series, and people buy them all the time. So I got maybe $1 or $2 into those, and I got, I think, $14.99 plus shipping. Here's something I pick up all the time at garage sales when I'm out and about, and I get them super cheap, is handhelds that are broken. All right, so I bought this Nintendo DS, I think at a garage sale for like, it was like, I think if I paid $5, but it also had a game inside of it. And people buy these all the time for parts. And I had it listed for $19.99 on eBay. I think I got maybe, with my 20% discount, no, maybe I sent an offer. But I got $14.99 or $15.99 plus shipping. Plus I had that game. That game got me like $5 or $10 on top of it. But pick up broken consoles anytime you can, like especially the handhelds. People will buy them and sell them, list them on eBay for parts. If you get them for $5 and under, they always sell. I have sold dozens of broken handhelds over the years and made really good money with it. All right, so next time we actually sold another one of these Disney journals. These things have been selling great for us. We started out with 7 of them. I think we're down to like maybe 2, but we sold the Sleeping Beauty. This sold on a 20% discount. I think it sold for $34.99 plus shipping. We would have got more for this, but it did have the little indentations on the back of it. Not a big deal. This came in that massive Disney purchase I did and designer purchase. We ended up paying $110 for 7 books, and we are well into the profits on these books already. So this is pure profit for me. So we got $34.99 plus shipping. For those of you who don't know, a lot of these resellers on YouTube, we do make income off our videos, and that is part of our business. Now, some of the I'm a small channel. I don't make any money off this channel. This channel's not been monetized. My picking channel, I do make a little bit of money, but reselling is like 90% of my income for my job, you know, for what I do. When you have some bigger channels like Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, you know, he has a couple big channels. So, you know, big part of his income comes from his YouTube channel. You know, that's nothing that he hides. He talks about it on the Trash Cats podcast. Well, with him living up north in Virginia area, he can't go picking in the wintertime. And because of that, he tries to load up on footage so he can take off like the end of November, December, and then maybe go get some picks in January and go from there. Well, unfortunately, which this is something that happens to all of us at one point in time, went to a highway sale, I think down in North Carolina or South Carolina, came home and realized his car got corrupted and he lost all that footage. So down here in Florida, we can pick all year round. ADH Dave lives on the other side of the state from me. He's about 2.5 hours. And over on his side, they were doing a highway sale. Kevin decided to drive down to Florida to go with Dave, to go picking for Friday and Saturday. And since Mike the Death Pile Picker lives in Georgia, he decided to come down too. So they went picking with Dave on Friday and Saturday, but Dave was heading to Connecticut to visit his family for Thanksgiving. So, you know, I offered for them, the guys, come over to my house. So I took them picking on Sunday. We hit up a couple yard sales in my area on a Sunday, and then I took them to a local flea market, which if you guys see this footage, the toy graveyard, it's such an impressive sight. There's a place at this local flea market that actually has, I'll put a picture here on the screen, but it's literally where toys go to die. And it's one vendor, all he does is gets toys, bags, puts them in bags, sells them $5 a bag or 5 bags for $20, and just stacks them like seven piles high, has like 30 tables, and it's really impressive to see. He just throws a tarp over them, and they just stay out there in the elements. So I've been told by a lot of the local toy guys in my area that you can find some gems in there. You just have to dig through and be willing to go through all the crap. So I took them over there. We got some great footage there. All right, let's pull next time. I'll tell you a little bit more about the story here. Next time I sold is the GameCube Hit and Run, which is a Simpsons game, but it was only the case in the manual. And we ended up getting $14.99 plus shipping for that. We had it listed for $20, But with our discount in our store, we end up selling it for, or maybe $15.99 plus shipping. Here we go, Simpsons Hit and Run. Just the manual in the case, but the original case. Guys, do not discard manuals or cases, the original ones, especially for these older systems like PS1, GameCube, N64. The manuals can bring a premium. I've sold manuals for $50, $100 before, because when people are trying to, hardcore collectors are trying to get these games complete. So someone finds a loose disc at, say, a garage sale or thrift store, they're gonna go try to find the manual and the case for it. So don't be afraid to list these. They bring really good money. All right, so I was saying, they came over, we did that flea market, and then I took them to Webster Flea Market. If you watch any of the other YouTubers, especially like Dave, ADH Dave, or the Philly Flipper, they'll tell you how good. They have many videos about how great this flea market is. It's on a Monday, which is the ideal thing for pickers, because it doesn't limit your weekend, your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It gives you a Monday, and who the hell is doing anything on a Monday anyway? So there's hundreds of vendors there. I can go there, I get hours of footage. I get great deals. You have to pay up for stuff, but don't be afraid to pay up stuff, because, you know, especially if you go there, the vendors start to get to know you and they give you some good deals. So, but you'll see a lot of those videos in the Picker channel here in the future, also on the Death Pile Pickers channel, and also on Kevin's the Commonwealth Picker channel. So make sure you guys check those out. All right, next time we sold was A Nightmare Before Christmas. It was a 7-piece figure set. We had this list in our store for a while. We just kept dropping the prices. I had people buy it before and then not pay. Thank you, eBay. And we end up just selling it. It's sold with a 20% discount. This is always gets a lot of watchers on it, always a lot of interest. We end up selling it for $23.99 plus shipping, which is a great deal for this. And I don't know what it came in a giant lot. I forget what I had into it though. Super cool piece, guys, right here. And we got $23.99 plus shipping for that. So we've been cross-listing on Mercari and Poshmark. Not getting a lot of sales on Poshmark. I'm unable to really figure out what I'm doing wrong in there. I don't know, but I'm getting a lot of offers. They're just super low balls, like at like 25% of the price, 30% of the price. So I know we'll get some sales there more in the future. I just got to figure it out, just like any new platform. But on Mercari, I am getting a lot of good sales on there. And some items have been sitting in my eBay store for a while, which is great. We sold this Triceratops Rex. This is actually a Toys R Us release. And I paid $1 for this at a garage sale. We ended up getting, I think, $10.99 plus shipping for this. Though the buyer sent me an offer, I accepted it. So I'm happy to see this thing go, because this thing is huge, guys. It's like 20 inches long. So it takes up a big portion of a tub, which I can use for other products. So happy to have it move. We sold another item on Mercari from a cross listing. If you guys are wondering, we actually use List Perfectly, the cross list. If you guys are interested in trying it out, I have a link down in the description down below. Use code PickingAndPunching, save 30%. But what we sold was this ESPN sweatshirt. Walt Disney ESPN. It is a vintage sweatshirt. I think we had it listed for $24.99. Buyer sent us an offer, and I think we sold it for $19.99 plus shipping. Paid $1 for it. So super happy to have that go. I love selling clothing because I don't list a lot of clothing. Something that in 2024, I want to start selling more clothing. And I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good for my business. Also, potentially on Whatnot. And speaking about Whatnot, let's talk about this week. So I had a show scheduled for Wednesday, which is a vintage and modern items from Disney. Still trying to clear out. Remember, I said that I'm trying to CSO clear stuff out here. And I had those 14 totes I bought early in the year from a massive Disney buy. The stuff was sitting in storage for over 25 years. And so we got rid of about 1 or 2 totes worth of stuff. And then I always pick up some new stuff along the way at garage sales and flea markets that I always mix in there. But I think we sold 70 items maybe. 80 items, something like that. Or 60 items, I don't know. We sold a bunch of items for almost $700 on Wednesday night. So really happy about that. Because everything happened with my wife last weekend, I decided not to go to Orlando to visit my aunt and my family for Thanksgiving, which I normally do. Unfortunately, it's okay. I had a lot going on. I had people staying with us. I didn't get any work done for my business, unfortunately, that past week. You know, I was really trying to take care of my wife. I got a lot of filming done with Kevin and Mike, but we neglected the business here, and I needed a day to really catch up and day to myself just to kind of breathe. I did get a lot of stuff done though. I was able to get caught up on some of my videos, was able to prep some stuff because I was doing a big Black Friday sale on whatnot. I was going to run 2 shows. One was going to run one before art resale of in the garage here. Clearing out this crap in here that I've got to clear out. We ran into some technical difficulties. We didn't run that show earlier, but I did run a Disney pin show on Friday night for Black Friday. I'll talk more about that in a minute here. But on Thursday, I decided, because I'm starting to get a following there. I got about 2,400 followers, I think, on whatnot. I decided to try to do a pop-up, see what would happen with these Disney pins on Thanksgiving Day. I figured a lot of people are just sitting around waiting for their family or waiting to cook the food. Did a pop-up. It did really well. We had probably didn't schedule it. Sold about 80 pins. I only plan to go on their schedule, maybe give a couple giveaways to give back to the community, maybe run maybe 10, 20 auctions and just rate someone. We had a lot of people in there that were buying, so I decided to stay on for a while. 2 hours later, we sold over 80 pins. I think I sold $800 worth of stuff in 2 hours, so super happy about that. And then on Friday, I did another pin show on Friday night. My wife was able to help me out, and we ended up selling 90 orders of pins. I think we sold $960. So we sold about $2,500 within 3 days on whatnot. Absolutely outstanding. And then on Friday, Black Friday on eBay, I think we sold about over $500 there, which is less than what we normally do, but still super happy about that because we still have the whole weekend. Going to run a special on Cyber Monday, about 20% off. And I want to know, this video is going to come out after this, but I want to know what you guys did for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Were your sales up or down from the previous year? I would say, counting my whatnot and my eBay, my sales are up this weekend, which is great. So whatnot's been such a blessing for my family and for this business. And also too, me and my wife did a whatnot with me. She really enjoyed it, man. She liked the interaction. I got her signed up on whatnot herself, which is probably a mistake because she went on there just like a lot of people do and spent 3 hours going to different shows and whatnot her first time and bought a bunch of stuff she probably shouldn't have bought. But she had fun, and she got some designer wallets and purses, and she got some makeup. So yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. I think we can all, anyone who's been on whatnot for the first time goes on there and it's a black hole. You get sucked in, you see great deals, you start buying stuff, and you realize, oh my God, I spent so much money on whatnot. So she didn't really spend much money, but she had a lot of fun with it. But she sees the potential of it now. All right, so took a little break there to eat some dinner, hang out with my wife, go to the store. And so I got back. Now I'm going to finish up a couple of these orders here. But while I was finishing up, pulling some orders, I did find some items I'm going to list on eBay, so I want to show you guys. And hopefully these are still pretty good right now in Christmas time. So check these out, man. Who here is a Golden Girls fan? Got Dorothy. These are super cool. These are from NECA. We got Dorothy. We got Sophia. And we got Blanche. These are freaking awesome. Look at this. These... Just so you know, these actually came in a giant lot I purchased. I paid $200 a whole lot. I think these go for $40-50 a pop. So if I get $30-40 each, I'll be happy. I paid for most of the lot. This I got at the flea market. Gotta love these stickers, man. Kmart sticker. What year is this from? This is from '93. So I paid $30 for this massive lot of Looney Tunes stuff, and I'll probably get, I don't know, probably $20-30 just for this. Maybe I paid $50. I don't know. I forget what I paid. Maybe I paid $50, but this figure I think is $20 or $30 by itself. In that lot, I got this awesome Six Flags Looney Tunes hat as well, with dead stock, brand new with the tags. So hopefully I'll get that up on eBay. I left that in the garage here until I'm gonna put this stuff up first. I keep talking about these journals. I actually had one more journal which I didn't list. This is Robin Hood, so I don't know what this goes for, but I'm assuming this probably be at least $30 or $40. I need to do a little bit more research on that. And then I found this box. I don't even know what was in it, but it looks like graphic novels. So yeah, The Dark Knight Returns. What else is in here? Batman's Greatest Story Ever Told. Look, there's like a bunch. No, it's the same one. Yep. More same copies. So I absolutely love listings like that, multiple quantity. All I gotta do is put it up for sale and put multiple quantity and let it run. So
My camera's acting up. I gotta change the battery.
All right, so next time I'm pulling is a Lego Batman set. Picked this up at a random yard sale. I think I paid $7 for it. Pretty good. This is actually Batman, the collector series, the car. I mean, this thing's super cool. It comes with the Joker, Batman, and the old school car. This sold on our Black Friday special with the 20% off deal. I think I had a list for 45. Maybe it sold for, I think we got like 35 or 36 bucks plus shipping for that. So nice return. I'll take that all day long. And plus it gets another box out of my totes. You know, as you know, I'm really trying to clear out stuff. So if I can get rid of bigger boxes in these totes, I could put more stuff in there and clear out some of the space I have here. So we got a really good plan in December going forward. We'll talk more about that here in probably a next coming video, but we're going to be doing some blowout shows. And I want to get a walkway in here, man. That's the biggest thing. Get a walkway and then put a table in an area that's actually working. So it'll be a lot better for me. I'll be more efficient, be able to get more stuff done. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I just found this too, this popcorn container. I think it's a popcorn holder. Despicable Me, Universal Studios. The Elvis one, super cool looking. This probably got to bring at least 20 bucks or so. I totally forgot I had these in here. I'm going through some boxes right now, and check this out. This is the Peanuts Christmas set. Since it's Christmas time, I'm gonna get this up as soon as possible. Just need to fix the Snoopy there. And then here is this Peanuts baseball set, which is kind of cool. And here's another Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas Peanut set with a Kmart tag on. Guys, when you have stuff like this and it's right around Christmas time, you need to get up as soon as possible. And I'm gonna get those up tonight. That's probably gonna be my priority because they have a higher tendency to sell right now and at a premium. So I need to get those up. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut off right here. This video is getting a little long here, so I don't want to put any more sales on this one. We'll continue these sales in the next video. Thank you so much for the support. Make sure that you guys do like and subscribe so you get a notification anytime we drop a new video. Until next time, guys, make sure you guys keep flipping and punching.